So that was an exciting Grand Prix, wasn't it? There was loads of overtaking, which is surprising given the Zandvoort circuit is very difficult to overtake on, and it was full of drama as well. And ultimately, Mercedes could have actually won the race through strategy, but it didn't quite work out that way, with a virtual safety car hindering them, and a late safety car causing a controversial strategy choice. And now Mercedes team boss Toto Wolff has responded to this. But before we begin, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, and also subscribe for more Formula 1 content. And you can follow me on Twitter at James_Formula1, and there'll be a link in the description. So Mercedes were extremely quick around Zandvoort. In a nutshell, such was their pace that they were actually quicker than both Ferrari drivers and Sergio Perez. So it turned into a race between both Mercedes and Max Verstappen out in front. Basically, Mercedes were trying the one stop with both drivers, whilst Verstappen was on a two stop. So it was set up to be a grandstand finish, with Mercedes out in front while Verstappen would be hunting them down on better tyres. But before Verstappen pitted, a virtual safety car was called out because of Red Bull Junior Team AlphaTauri. Yuki Tsunoda stopped his car claiming he had a loose wheel, although his team told him he didn't and got him to carry on. But he then came in on the next lap, had a slow change of tyres, but pulled over to the side of the track again after exiting the pit, and retired with what seemed to be some kind of issue. Honestly, it was just completely bizarre the way the whole thing panned out, and was very badly managed in my opinion. Now this all brought out the VSC, and because that makes the time loss so much smaller, Verstappen could make a cheap pit stop for new tyres, and Mercedes had no choice but to do the same given Verstappen would have come out ahead anyway if they hadn't. And speaking after the race, Wolff was so baffled and speechless by what happened that he actually struggled to respond with words when asked about it by Sky F1. All he did was outline the situation, and after saying these things happen, he was trying to find more words but simply couldn't. But he did go on to say that he's got no issue with either safety car rules or the way the rules were implemented during the race. He said, "I think we have those rules, sometimes it works for you, sometimes it doesn't. As long as we adhere to the rules, this is motor racing. I think the decisions from race control were absolutely spot on, it was just a car caused the safety car that shouldn't have been there anymore." Now a few laps after that there was even more drama, with Valtteri Bottas pulling up just before turn 1, which brought out the safety car. Now Verstappen decided to pit for new softs, but given that Hamilton and Russell would have got ahead if they didn't pit, both stayed out and Verstappen fell down to P3, although it was on much better tyres compared to Mercedes mediums. But then the safety car made everyone go through the pits, and Russell decided he wanted to put on a fresh set of soft tyres. Now Mercedes allowed this to happen, but I do feel that perhaps Mercedes should have kept Russell out. At least that way Hamilton would have had a better buffer at the restart, and even though Russell would have struggled against Verstappen, Mercedes would have had a better chance of actually winning the race. Instead, Hamilton was a sitting duck on the straight at the restart due to having older and slower tyres, and he went on to finish 4th. And it's fair to say Hamilton wasn't happy, swearing on his radio as he fell down the order, as he couldn't believe what his team had done. But he was apologetic to Mercedes after the race, saying he was on the edge of breaking point with emotions. Speaking about why Mercedes did what they did, Wolff told Sky F1, "First of all, Lewis is ahead, so we're always having a problem with the call. You can do two things, you can either pit Lewis, lose track position against Verstappen, and leave George out, screwed. You can pit both, screwed. So it was worth taking the risk." But what do you think Mercedes should have done? Let me know in the comments below. But that's going to be the video from me today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and until the next one, take care, bye.